It's been so unattended and so poorly kept.
Begging for attention.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is just, it's hungry. You're on the air.
I am?
Yes.
Oh, hi. My sister is Scout in that, and I actually call her Dr. Scout sometimes.
Hold on. So you mean your sister is Scout, as in Scout and Big Gulp, or some?
Oh yes,
yes,
yeah, Scout and Big Gulp.
Yes, listen. By the way, she has her own little intro when she calls the show. Let me play it for you.
It's full trucker effect.
FD, baby.
Lesbian style.
So if I were you, I would start doing some tongue exercises.
Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
I'm going to make sure you can hear it again. Hold on one time.
It's full trucker effect.
FD, baby.
Lesbian style.
So if I were you, I would start doing some tongue exercises.
Scout and Big Gulp are on the phone.
That's how much of a celebrity Scout is. And nonetheless, so what do you got? Is she okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My sisters are great. I love them dearly. But she always talks about Dr. Dan. And recently, I had like 3 surgeries in 14 months, and 2 were in 6 weeks.
What kind of surgeries?
I had to have my large intestines removed. And then there was 2 complications afterwards, to where they had to go in 2 more times and do some stuff.
Leaks?
And yeah, so what's happened is it's like, no, I had some partial bowel obstructions after the surgeries. And so what ended up happening it's like it's affected my bladder like really, really bad. And that, so I ended up seeing my primary care doctor. But before that, my sister Scott, she kept saying, "Oh, well, Dr. Dan talks about this," and she called it the JJ rejuvenation.
Oh, so you're having a little bit of stress incontinence?
Oh, yeah.
Stress incontinence?
Yeah, it's like it's affected my for whatever reason.
But where do you live, ma'am?
Oh, I live in Arizona.
Yeah.
No, it's hard. The laser doesn't quite reach that far.
Yeah, the cord only goes to New Mexico.
Right.
Well,
but nonetheless, Dan could probably find a reputable person that is, if you told us where you live, that he could give you a recommendation on, a person that has, is it called the Diva machine? What is it called?
Yes, the Diva. And it's a vaginal rejuvenation laser that helps fortify the tissue around your urethra and sphincter so that you have less stress incontinence. So it does help. And there's other versions of it, and they all seem to be pretty helpful.
So it's Dan has a procedure that he does specifically for this, and I'm sure and Diva is the brand name of this particular instrument that Dan uses. But if you could look probably in your area for plastic surgeons that have the Diva machine, that might, Dan,
that's my first suggestion.
Yeah, that's Dan's. I'm Dan's assistant.
Thank you,
there you go.
Oh, you're doing a great job, Bubba.
Thank you. You wouldn't believe, Dan, having been in radio now for however long and having experts like, first of all, I'm an expert at penises. I'm an I don't because I had Dr. Mark and a guy could tell me what his penis symptoms were, and having been with Dr. Mark for so many years, Dan, I just pretty much knew the answer.
Right.
Having you as a doctor, and then all the lawyers I have, and the child custody issues and all that stuff with Regina, I'm pretty well. I'm not a lawyer, a doctor, or anything, but I'm kind of I kind of know a little bit about a lot of it. Just by having heard all of the advice that you guys have given, I've taken it all in.
Mm-hmm. You've paid attention.
But listen, man, Dan says look around to a reputable, board-certified plastic surgeon in your area that has the specific machine that Dan uses is called the Diva, and that's it. Kind of it's tailored for kind of exactly what you're going through.
Well, what's interesting is my primary care doctor right now, she had recommended pelvic therapy, like physical therapy.
That helps.
And stuff like that. So I'm kind of doing that right now. And
like Kegels, like doing Kegels?
Yeah. All that stuff and stuff like that. But me personally, I don't feel that it's working. But
I'm Kegeling right now, as a matter of fact.
This is only my... Yeah, it was funny. I had told Scout, I said, I said, she told me to do this, this, and this, and it's like I'm doing it all the time. She goes, well, do you think you're doing it too much? I said, well, I don't know, but, you know.
Oh, you could never have too strong of a Kegel. I mean, you could never have, you'd want like almost a powerlifting, bodybuilding Kegel if you could get one.
Sure would.
I mean, because it can hold off. If you got a strong enough Kegel, you can even hold off an orgasm.
Right.
You know how you get to that? And listen, man, maybe you haven't had one in a while, but you know how you get to that point?
Yeah,
yeah. But you know how, like for a guy, for instance, and we're about 80 to 5% men audience. When you get to that point, you get right to that point, and Dan, you either you get selfish and get that last little gimmick in, and you can't Kegel it off, and you just let it go, or you actually can Kegel it off and go a little bit longer. Am I not right?
You sure are.
Every one of us guys, it's based on how strong your Kegel is, and if you've exercised your Kegel, like I'm right now, I'm just really supersetting my Kegel. But if you really build up your Kegel, that's not only your cut off your urination muscle, but it's also cut off your potential orgasm muscle as well. Could snap a pencil with mine right now.
And yet you still prolapse.
Do you Kegel?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Well, they have me doing like 8 different exercises right now.
All right, so while I have you on the phone, I want you to Kegel with me right now. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Tight. Go ahead, tight. Now go ahead and let it go. Now tighten
And you got to breathe. You got to breathe while you're doing it.
Okay, well then how about
important to breathe.
You know what? How
Don't
about this? I'm an amateur. How about you walk me through a Kegel? How about you walk us through a Kegel?
guided Kegel, please?
Yes, please. You're the one that's going through Kegel therapy. I'm just kind of a bootleg Kegler nonetheless.
Amateur.
Go ahead, walk us through it. And everybody on the show, including Anna, let's participate, please.
Yep,
Let's go ahead.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to count to 3, and then everybody's going to tighten, count to 5, make sure you breathe, and then release.
Okay.
Dan, this bitch is a pro at it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tighten and breathe, count to 5. Release.
I bet you Scout and Big Gulp are playing along right there in the Peterbilt right now.
So you hold for 5 seconds and release. You don't just keep flexing it.
I like doing I like doing mine like a rabbit's nose.
Are you doing that?
That's what I do mine.
I like mine. Mine's like a little chipmunk. I like to keep mine. Mine's like a Pac-Man. I got a Pac-Man Kegel. Mine's just trying to eat the nuts. But you're saying, man, we're supposed to 1, 2, 3, hold it in, then
Hold it for 5 seconds.
breathe, and then after 5 seconds, let it out.
Yeah, so she said, like, as you're walking, you're sitting, or like standing and sitting, and then it's like I lay on the ground, bend my knees, and lift up my pelvic area. And as I'm doing it, I've got to breathe and, count to 5, and then, release, and then I lay back down on the floor.
Right. Now, are you sexually active? Are you getting any?
Not right now.
any
I'm a
D?
divorce. I've been divorced for a couple of years,
Yeah.
so no, that ain't happening right now.
But do you miss the D a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're 61, so you're still, you probably still like the D at 61.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like now, are there guys
No
that are you attractive nonetheless?
I don't think that I am. No.
Yeah.
But my sisters say that I.
Yeah, but even big
pretty.
girls can get D at the bar. I mean, like if you're at the Dallas Bowl at 3, I mean, if you wait around long enough, you can get some D. Any girl can. I mean, would somebody not at least second that for me, please?
Yeah.
Second.
Okay.
Yep.
If you're a woman, it doesn't matter what you got going on. I mean, you could be 109 like Anna, or you could be 249, like me. I'm sorry, 279. You could be 279 like me, or 109 like Anna. And if I stay at the bar long enough at 279, laying heavy, I'm going to find some old honky tonk that wants to take me out back. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Plus.
And there's some guys that specifically like big girls. So, you got that going for you. Yeah. When's the last time you had some real good D?
Let me see. In 2020.
Really?
Oh, pandemic D.
Yeah, you're do you have like at least a device of relief nonetheless?
No, but there was a situation that happened just before I got divorced when I was living by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up, you get stuff delivered to the house and stuff like that.
wow.
I did not look at the name on the box because I assumed it was my package.
Oh, I thought we were going somewhere else with it. I thought you took the delivery guy back.
We're going to get somewhere, trust me.
All right, so go ahead. So you get this box in, and you just automatically assume it's yours. So you tear it open.
I open it, and it's a dildo.
Mm-hmm.
And I just my jaw dropped, and I'm like, what the hell? I didn't order this.
Yeah, I love dildos.
I'm sorry. And so so you're like, okay, well, listen, the guy next door, his wife, who didn't get their delivery, she'll never know that it wasn't, delivered. It got lost in the Amazon mail. So let me go ahead and take this little dildo out for a spin, right? Nonetheless,
and take it for a ride, right? No, that didn't happen. So then,
what do you mean it didn't happen?
Hold on, she didn't
tell us. It didn't happen. So what happened was I went ahead and I put it back in the box, and I looked at the label, and I'm like, oh, God, this isn't mine. This belongs to the two gals across the street.
Mm-hmm.
In that. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? Do I put tape back up? Do I tape it back up, and do I just go leave it on their doorstep? Do I give it to the postman and say, you got the wrong house? So I ended up taking it to the post.
Man, this is a real bummer of a story. I mean, I thought it was going to be first. At first, I thought it was going to be, this is where I thought it was going to go. I opened the door up and this package, and there was this hunky delivery dude, and he took me out back and railed the hell out of me, and oh my God. Okay, so then once that wasn't the story, then I thought it was, I got this dildo, and it was addressed to something, so I just took it out, and I was like, hey, let me go ahead and take this thing out for a spin, and I did, and oh my God, it was one of the best. It was like a kangaroo rabbit kicker with a Hitachi willy. And you're telling me that the high spot of the story is that you taped it back up and took it to the post office? Like that's where we're going with this?
Yeah. So I was like, I was worried I was going to get in trouble because I had someone else's package and I opened it.
Now, why? So what kept you from trying it?
No, I'm not. No, I've never done that before.
Wait, is that how the story ends, or?
Man, I would have gone across the street and busted out and was like, here comes the party.
I would have said, you guys thought you were going to have a one-on-one dildo party. Well, guess what? Little Susie across the street wants to get involved. It's a three-way.
I was just going to say, did you expect me to
I love dildos.
Let's have a threesome?
Ma'am, Scout is a very sexual woman. I mean, borderline predator. And I mean, for real, like we had her on the air yesterday, and she's a full-blown predator. She wants it way more than Big Gulp, and she's always just, she'd do it every day if she could. How can her sister be so, frigid, if you will?
I don't know.
Happens all the time.
Have you heard about these Hitachis?
No.
Oh, been missing out.
If I could get one of these Hitachi units to you, would you use it, or are you just going to take it back? Duct tape it back up.
Would I take it back to the post office?
If I sent it to you,
put her name on it.
It was to you from me. One of these Hitachi deals. Would you now? Do you masturbate?
No, I've never done that either.
What? Liar.
60?
Ma'am.
No, I'm serious.
Ma'am.
Liar.
Ma'am.
No.
Come on, Penny.
Oh, my God.
Come on,
Ever?
Penny.
Liar.
No.
Stanley the Sniper, $10 on the Cash App.
This is what's really funny. Yesterday, when I was talking to Scout, and I was driving home, and that she goes, well, I'm going to text you the number for Bubba, and you can talk to Dr. Dan. And I said, this is what's really funny, because I said, here I am going to be talking to them about my vajayjay, and my nickname of all things is Pickled Puss. Since the time I was 2 or 3 years old.
Hold
Puss
on.
without the pickle.
You know why your nickname is Pickled Puss? Because it's becoming pickled for non-use. That's what things do, is they get all pickled up.
Grinding and atrophy.
Poor little thing. I mean, now, like, so what makes you so anti against anything sexual? Like, what would it hurt to try to masturbate? Like, I mean, first of all, do you live alone, Penny?
Yeah, I live by myself.
All right, so there's nobody going to walk in on you, and
No.
are you physically? I mean, do you have the? I mean, are you physically enabled enough to
you
be
got
able to?
opposable thumbs?
Do you to hold on to a an instrument and put it down by your vagina? Can you physically do that?
Yeah, I have 10 fingers and 10 toes.
Yeah,
so
and you're limber, and you're not an amputee or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
what would it hurt? And Penny, how old are you?
62, she said.
61, 62.
I'm 61.
And when I asked if you had an ED, you're like, oh God, no, but I miss it. So what?
Right.
So you're obviously, you do enjoy having an orgasm nonetheless, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So what would it hurt in the privacy of your own home for me to send you a device that women swear by, and you try it, and then call us back and give us a book report on the deal? But you got to open your mind, Penny. You got to open up your mind. I mean, you're thinking like a grandma. You're 61 years old. You're not necessarily not necessarily in your sexual prime, but you're not a dried up raisin nonetheless. You shouldn't be.
No, that's true.
So I mean, if I did get you a Hitachi, would you try? All you do is you just put it on top of your vagina, like you put it on top of your clitoris. That's all you do.
It's so big, you don't even have to get it in the right spot. Just anywhere close to it, and you'll be fine.
And it's not even like anything that enters you. It's not even that barbaric. It's
on the
just
outside.
it's a clitoral orgasm, which is kind of an outside deal. It's nothing very barbaric and 12 inches long, and it's nothing like that. It's just a thing that you rest on top of your clitoris. That's it.
Gently.
And you apply as much pressure or turn the vibration up to from 1 to 10 at whatever feels best for you, and then you just you enjoy yourself.
Let it rip.
What would it hurt? Like right now you're like no. Like what would it hurt? It might open up a whole new horizon for you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, is this something that I can literally have Amazon drop ship one to you in the next day or two if indeed you'd want to do that for me?
Okay, I'll do that for you.
No,
Nice.
but you can't lie. This is Scout's honor.
Lie. Scout's honor. I don't lie. I don't do that.
Yeah. So I'll send it. No,
But
you said
Scout and Big Gulp will definitely be okay. Did you do your thing yet? Did you do your thing?
Yeah, they're pulling for me. They're pulling for us. They're pulling for you.
Everybody's rooting for me.
I
right?
mean, the doctor said he can't. As a doctor, he can't recommend a better remedy. Like this would be exactly other than going and finding a plastic surgeon in your area that specializes in vaginal rejuvenation, particularly maybe the Diva machine. Masturbating and getting some life back into your vagina is certainly what I would think, Dan, would be healthy, would it not?
And orgasms are thought to improve the musculature and blood flow of the vagina and may help with incontinence.
Yeah.
So this may help continue to improve your functional vagina.
This could help fix your vajayjay.
And the thing is then I might not have to do I would still do the JJ tightening and stuff like that, but then I might not have to have the rejuvenation.
Right. You never know.
And you may not care. You may just have such a fun, day that like I'm great.
You may have
good.
such a mind-blowing orgasm that you're like, man, I'm good. If I do this once a day, once every other day, whatever, I don't even need to be. So
I'll wear double diapers.
Yeah,
this is what I need.
So I'm dribbling a little bit. Who cares?
You can buy a wearable one. You could be relentless.
So anyway, I'm going to put you on hold, and Lummy's going to get me your information privately and your address and stuff, and I'm going to ship you. I'm going to drop ship you one of these. And Lummy, I would probably suggest a plug-in one, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yes, they make them plug-in and they make them like battery, but the battery-operated ones are. I mean, is your bed fairly close to a plug-in? I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody.
I have outlets on all sides.
Yeah, sure, great. So I'm going to put you on hold. And now, Penny, don't do me dirty on this now, okay? Like for real.
No, I won't. It's really interesting because there's 12 years between me and Scout, and she is just more like total opposite of me.
Yeah,
total
she likes sex. She loves sex.
And, well, she likes, as we say in the family, she loves attention. But we say, oh, you need tension, meaning attention. It's like, a joke type thing that we always do.
All us families have our own little language.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is,
you know what I'll tell you what needs tension right now is your vagina. That's what needs tension.
JJ.
Right, Dan? I mean, it's been so
Yes.
unattended and so poorly kept.
Begging for attention.
I mean, it is just, it's hungry. It's hungry. You've starved it. It's like one of those little kids with a big belly over in Africa. It's starving. All right, so I'm going to put you on hold, Penny. And so now, Penny, since you've never masturbated, like, you don't even know how to do this, do you?
No.
I'm going to tell you how to. I'm going to tell you how to do it right now in the most friendly term.
Give me a lesson.
You plug it in, and you turn it on, and you turn it on low.
Lowest, the lowest.
Lowest. Okay. First of all, you're nude on the bed. Okay.
But Bubba, maybe she should have it maybe layer material before too, just to kind of like she's so new to it.
Yeah, maybe keep her
over
panties
her pants
on.
or over her panties, just so it's just not so intense.
So take all your clothes off except your panties. Okay. Plug this thing in. Get comfortable on your bed. Make sure you don't want your windows wide open.
Dim lighting.
Yeah, exactly. Dim lighting, some candles,
Maybe a little bit of music.
Maybe some music. I don't know if you get high or not, but if you do get high, do you get high?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, maybe get high. Maybe get a little high. And then I'm just maybe get a little high and make dark lit, cool, and then get nude. Maybe take a shower. Make sure take a shower, get all clean, towel off, lay the towel down on the bed. Make sure and leave your panties on, and then not while you're in the shower, but once you get out, and then take this machine, put it on lowest it'll go. And then literally kind of start, moving it around, your clitoral area until you probably find an area that feels best. And maybe that setting that you have it on low is, but you can increase the intensity. And you might just be your mind may be blown. I mean, if you think about it, she's never masturbated to an orgasm ever. This is going to be the first one.
That's crazy.
Can you remember what our first one was? No,
Yeah.
but I bet you it was 3 gallons.
Yeah.
So, Penny, I'm going to put you on hold. I got to go into words. I'm running late. Lummy's going to get me your phone number, your email, and your mailing address with your name, and I'm going to drop ship one to you today, okay?
You're a healthcare hero.
You have to
Bubba.
promise 2 things. One, that you'll use it, and secondly, that you'll tell us about it.
Okay, I will get your schedule, Dr. Dan, when you are on the Bubba Show, and I will call you guys with an update.
Hold on. Monday, it's really easy. Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. It's Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So you'll probably, you know what I'm thinking? You'll probably get it early next week. Maybe even Wednesday. We might get lucky enough to get a report 1 week from today.
Sounds good.
All right. Hold on, Penny. Thank you. I mean, we're saving girls' lives daily.
Oh yeah, definitely helping people.
Poor thing has never had a masturbatory orgasm.
It's a shame.
It's exactly why radio is a public service.
Uncensored, unfiltered, unfettered.
Thanks for the info.
Uncensored, unfiltered, and unfettered. It's Bubba the Love Sponge.